reality is, if they don't make the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised with new management, new brass, a new hierarchy in Toronto, and a spot where at one time, and I hate Poff, so I don't want to quote Poff too much, but at one time it looked like they were going to make the playoffs with relative ease.
And Poff, to the layperson, the percentages that they get into the postseason.
They were in a good spot to make the postseason. There's the Blue Jays Poff. On August 30th, it was 94%. Today, it's a little bit lower.
August 30th is not that long ago.
No, not at all. I mean, you were marking your words where you were saying Aaron Sanchez is going to make a start in the postseason because you were convinced they were going to make the postseason.
I meant in winter ball.
Right, in
when they don't make it.
In Venezuela,
which is beautiful. It's a lot.
Right, but I honestly think the reality here is if they don't make the playoffs, John Gibbons' job might be on the line. And I'm not the one prone to hyperbole on this table.
No, listen, A, I agree with you. B, it's like when you really think about how this year has gone, it's not as simple as playoffs, no playoffs.
Right.
John Gibbons, what do you need? You don't like Drew Storen? Gone. What do you need? More arms in the bullpen? Benoit, in. Grilly, in. You need a guy in the rotation? You think Aaron Sanchez is getting tired? Boom. You got Liriano. You're welcome.
That's
do you need a guy?
As much covering the ass.
It is, but do you need a guy in the outfield? Do you need a guy in the outfield? The Padres are paying us to take Melvin Upton. Boom. There's your extra. Management has given him a lot.
It's not like they went out and got Joey Vaughn.
No, but the guys that they had available, and we've heard on a couple of occasions, they've upped payroll twice this year, the Jays have. John Gibbons has been given tools. If this goes that south, there's going to be a new guy in that dugout next opening day at Rogers Center. I have no doubt about it.
It's amazing to me that like 2 weeks ago we were here August 30th and talking about how this guy deserves more credit for what they're doing. But the reality of the situation in modern day sports is when you're not hired, you are the out clause. When the management, when the brass, the GMs and the owners, when they don't hire you, you're always the out clause. And I think John Gibbons, if they are to fall out of this spot, he's the out clause. He's the out clause for Mark Shapiro, and he's the out clause for Ross Atkins.
And keep in mind, what went on with Masai Ujiri and Dwayne Casey, that is not the norm. That is the exception. Dwayne Casey was not Masai's guy.
Yeah, but even then he wasn't re-signed after his first year.
No, he wasn't.
He went into the offseason wondering if he was going to have a job.
But to have it work out like that is a rarity. Because that does not happen. You just have no strong affiliation with the manager or the coach in question. And I just think it's an incredible thing to see, considering where they were, considering the acquisitions they made. You're right, they didn't bring in Votto, they didn't bring in the heavy hitters. Yeah. But they brought in serviceable guys, they thought, to help out. It was a deeper lineup at times throughout the year than it was to start the year. It's amazing to me that they got to this point.
Oh, it's a 5-11 major league worst September that they've got to this spot.